A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions between local and federal authorities, Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General Brian Schwalb has filed a lawsuit against former President Donald Trump and his administration over recent executive actions that assert federal control over the district's police department. This lawsuit, which was filed on Friday, comes in response to Trump's appointment of an emergency police commissioner and the suspension of local policies that limit cooperation between D.C. police and federal immigration authorities. Schwalb has characterized these actions as an unprecedented threat to the self-governance of the district, home to approximately 700,000 residents. He stated, by declaring a hostile takeover of the Metropolitan Police Department, the administration is abusing its limited, temporary authority under the Home Rule Act. The lawsuit names Trump, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, and other administration officials, seeking a federal ruling to declare their actions unconstitutional and in violation of the Home Rule Act. Schwalb emphasized that these unlawful actions undermine the dignity and autonomy of D.C. residents, marking it as the gravest threat to local governance that the district has ever faced. The lawsuit follows a series of controversial directives issued by Bondi, who ordered D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser to recognize Terry Cole, the head of the Drug Enforcement Administration, as the city's emergency police chief. Additionally, she mandated the immediate suspension of city policies that restrict inquiries into immigration status and prevent arrests based solely on federal immigration warrants. Schwalb labeled these directives as unlawful, asserting that police are obligated to follow the orders of their mayor and not any federal official not appointed by her. This situation sets the stage for a potential legal showdown over the extent of federal authority in a city that has been granted a degree of local control since the Home Rule Act was enacted in 1973. Trump's administration has invoked a rarely used authority to assume control of the police department for at least 30 days, citing a declared crime emergency as justification for his actions. However, reports show that violent crime rates in D.C. have actually declined, contradicting Trump's claims of rampant criminality in the city. D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith expressed her shock at the federal takeover, stating that she was unaware of Trump's plans until they were publicly announced. In her statement, she described the directive as a significant threat to law and order, a sentiment echoed by Schwalb in the lawsuit. The Home Rule Act has historically allowed D.C. to manage its own affairs, including law enforcement, but Trump's recent maneuvers have raised alarms about the potential erosion of that autonomy. Critics of the administration, including civil rights advocacy groups, have rallied behind Schwalb's lawsuit, arguing that Trump's actions represent an authoritarian overreach. Lisa Gilbert from Public Citizen condemned the federal takeover, stating, declaring a fake emergency and placing our capital city under what looks like a military occupation has furthered the dystopian reality of this moment. The lawsuit aims to restore local control and prevent what Schwalb describes as immediate, devastating, and irreparable harms to the district's governance and public safety. As the legal battle unfolds, it remains to be seen how the courts will interpret the balance of power between federal and local authorities in this contentious issue. The D.C. Council has previously voted against repealing the city's sanctuary policies, which are designed to protect immigrant communities. This ongoing conflict underscores the broader national conversation about the limits of federal authority in local governance and the rights of cities to self-determine their law enforcement practices. The implications of this case could reverberate beyond D.C., potentially setting a precedent for similar conflicts across the country. As the situation develops, residents and officials alike are watching closely, aware that the outcome could significantly impact the future of governance in the nation's capital. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.